All right. So I just finished watching Onward on Disney Plus. Um, I did see Onward when it first came out. I was actually lucky enough to see it in the theaters. It came out in 2020. I remember it was the last film I saw before the theaters closed for a while. It was like right when they was closing the theaters for COVID. And yeah, it was great when I saw it then. And then I watched it with my little brother a few when it came on streaming a while ago, and he liked it as well. And then I was like, let me just do a rewatch and just see how I feel still. It's a great movie, man. It's a great movie. I feel like I want to do this review just to spread more light on it because I feel like it came out right when the pandemic was like shutting everything down. And this movie's lovely, man. It's heartfelt, especially if you have any, any dealt with any loss as any family members or maybe parents and stuff like that. It definitely gonna hit you in different ways. But even without that, I mean, it's just a great film as far as I like the storytelling of, these people who they all had magic powers and they were wizards and all these type of things. And then as time went on, people created different things. They created light switches so they didn't need to do the magic anymore for the fire. Like I like all of those themes because it makes me think about life right now and how like some stuff is so easy. You know what I mean? Like we have our phones and we have all these things. So it's like sometimes you don't have to, we don't have to really be in the wilderness that much. So it's like we don't have to do we don't have to evolve the way we were evolved before. So I like that, and that it makes me kind of think about that. And I like by the end of the film, people start trying to find like the halfway point of okay, like the pixies start using their wings, and then at the end of like they're still using the wings, but they're working at the same time. So they're trying to find like the happy medium. Um, and it's just really touching. But and also when it's like the story of two brothers, going on this journey to try to see their father one last time before the sun sets, and to do that spell to see him. So they only have half his body going through. So that creates a lot of hijinks and everything like that. But it's just it's just magical. I really this film came out in 2020. I don't think that this is getting a sequel at all, but I wish, like, I know people say, oh, they don't like sequels and stuff, but sometimes certain movies, they really like lend themselves to a sequel. And I feel like this really does because by the end of the film, the boy, he learns how to do so much magic and stuff. And it would be cool to see him take on someone with a different ideology or something, maybe a dark wizard or something, and then part two. Uh, yeah, so it would be cool to see that. Maybe a part two with him, since he already knows his magic. Maybe going against someone else, maybe a dark wizard who I don't know, who like maybe he wants stuff to go back like forever. Like he wants somehow like to bring everyone back to the dark ages so everyone could, be magical again or something. I don't know. Something cool. I just feel like Onward it really does lend itself to a sequel, and I think it would be fun. And I really like him and the brother's relationship. His brother kind of took that he kind of took that father figure role a bit. Not really father figure, but there's someone who in his life who's gonna help him, you know, what kind of father figure? Because he's there. He's not his dad, but he's there and to help him, and he helps him like he's there to help him grow. His dad passed away, and it's like when he's checking off that list and he's thinking about his brother, he's like, I did have someone in my life who helped me. So he did have someone in his life who helped him do those certain things, and it was beautiful. It's beautiful and it's realistic. So yeah, that definitely touched me, and I just really like this film. I just wish they maybe they'll make parts. I'm not sure, but I just feel like this film came out the time right when COVID happened, so I kind of got swept under the rug. But if you haven't seen Onward, I would say check it out. And if you have, maybe rewatch it with a friend or tell someone about it, because it definitely has a lot of great moments. One of my favorite part of the film is when he's trying to learn how to merge onto the highway. I love this part because I remember when I was getting my license, I was thinking, how come I'm from New York and when they do your license, they teach you how to park, 3 point parking, all these type of things, but they don't teach you how to go on the highway, which I always thought was weird. I think maybe it's because of maybe they don't want to have any lawsuits on that. So that's the only thing I could think about. They teach you everything except for that, which is pretty important. And I remember the first time I had to do it. Quick short story. My older brother at the time, he was the one who was driving all the time, and I just got my permit and everything like that. And we went to a swimming pool. We went to a swimming pool, and he dislocated his shoulder in the pool. He was in an ambulance. They had to take him back, and then now it's just me and my little brother or baby brother at the time. He's only like 6 or 7, and I'm like, I'm like 17. I'm like 17, 16. I'm like, I just got my permit, and my mom's like, oh, you want me to? You have the car. How are you gonna get him home? But you have the permit. You never drove by yourself before. So, and I just got my permit, and I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And the only reason I was able to do it when I merged into the highway, I was like, I'm not gonna let anything happen to my little brother, and I'm gonna be big, and I have to grow up. It's the time. And I merged, and I was on the highway for the first time, and it was crazy. It was just a crazy time to like have to do that, and I have to grow up, force me to go into that mode of big brother. And I love that part of the film where he's like, merge, merge. And he's like, I'm not ready. He's like, you'll never be ready. And it's just so relatable, but also like in life too. Sometimes you feel like you're waiting to be ready for so long. And then it's just like, you're only going to be ready if you start. You're only going to be ready if you start. So I think this film has a lot of good values and a lot of different things in the film that kind of like you could see in life, and just about believing in yourself, and because he only can use the magic sometimes if he actually believes in it. If he believes he can do it, then he's already innately talented. He has the gift of magic already in him, like he just has it. But you have to believe when you're casting these spells and stuff, and especially like him having to do that walk of and just knowing that he's creating an invisible bridge and knowing it's there. So this is just a lot of great moments, and I just love this world that they created, and I love fantasy as well as sci-fi and stuff like that. So I think it's just because I really love the fantasy elements and how it just makes you see like it's like a mirror to the real world a little bit, like how we use our phones and how we drive our cars, and there's so much things like we evolve, so we're not going to do certain things anymore, But I like how at the end, like I said, they find a happy medium, some of the characters, and the Manticore, like even at the end, like even though she still has the restaurant, she's trying to be more about, and her natural Manticore essence and using her fire, her wings and everything, being strong. So I really enjoyed this rewatch, and I just want to spread some light on it. I do think it's definitely underrated, but I think it's just because of the time it came out. But I think it definitely needs that love. So definitely share it with someone, share it with a younger sibling or a cousin, or just tell someone about it, or just rewatch it again. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this review for Onward. And this has been Dejor. Dejor know the name. Take care, spread love and light. And we gotta sign off. How are we gonna sign off? I wish I had a cool way to sign off for Onward. I don't know what I would do, but maybe we drive away like we in Guinevere.